And we are live.
That show was food.
Hello, welcome,
Great.
Desis and Dragons. I hope you can all see me, and the rest of us, mainly them. I can be the voice in your ear.
You're the voice in my head.
Ooh.
The one that keeps
You're
me
the
awake
voice.
at
And the
night.
voice in my. I'm still not convinced that we're actually live. Can we get confirmation that we're live?
We're live.
We're live.
We have transitioned us live.
That just felt like Shubham was like snacking and like miming, and I'm like, wait, what's going on?
I was being silent so that it could be a smooth transition. So much for that.
You're so good.
Us smooth transitions.
Well, yep, we are definitely live. Now, thank you everyone who's coming, watching, or who's watching this later. We appreciate all of you. We are Desis from Desis and Dragons. I am the Desi Master, Chirag Nani, DMing Broken 12 and Ebon campaign. Here are my player characters, my player Desis, starting off with, in HD, Alika Gupta.
Hi.
It's me. Big stream upgrade. Yes. Hello. I don't have a yellow filter on anymore.
Is that
Oh,
Anyways.
yes. And go on.
this more
Yes, yes,
track?
yes. That was it. That was all you needed to know. I'm Alika. I play Medu the Vidalis, a human fighter, with an extraordinarily cool companion named Kosmo, who I apparently don't care about anymore. That's cool.
Who said that?
That's it.
Who said that? I would
Why
kill all
don't
of you
you
in
care
exchange for
about him
Kosmo.
anymore, Alka?
Because I have other things in my life to care about, like money.
Wow, you're committing to it out of character. I am impressed and a bit disappointed. Mostly impressed.
But someone who never leaves character. Let's hear from Indrani.
I'm sorry, what is that supposed to imply?
That you're a thirsty cleric all the time.
That
Bard.
checks out.
Here's a
Hello,
bar.
everybody.
You're the-
I am Indrani, the thirsty cleric of this party, and apparently also a thirsty cleric in real life. So if you need some sexual healing, no, I'm kidding. Please don't hit me up about that. I will be playing Talvar the Forge Cleric, and that's this is already off the rails. Shubham, why don't you go next?
I am playing Pewter. I am a Warforged or possibly a Peace Forged. I do not know anymore. And I am currently stuck with two people who are acting very different. It is very stressful.
Yeah.
Sense?
I hope you
Yeah,
find
fair
me
enough.
entertaining. I have been
No.
practicing.
We promise he has more character than that monotone voice.
I have been
Take it out,
practicing.
Lucy.
I have been practicing duotone. This is monotone. This is duotone. It is
Oh,
simply
no.
a higher pitch.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
sure this is an upgrade. But
Yeah.
okay.
I
know,
prefer the
upgrade,
old days
downgrade,
where
sidegrade.
Alaka was yellow and sugar.
I don't like change.
Listen. When a pewter gets an upgrade, a downgrade, or a side grade, he gets an A grade from me. We're always happy to have him, and I'm happy to have all of you guys here with us.
Aww.
Aw.
Before we jump into the recap, I have just one announcement for the day, which is we have a Discord server, and it is a lovely place with great people. There's like almost 400 people there now, and there are games from like not just D&D, but so many TTRPGs, like a lot of PPT powered by the Apocalypse games, like City of Mist with Chirag is running. We have Monster Hearts, we have Masks going, we have a game of Pathfinder, a game of Wanderhome, just amazing people on the server. And if you're interested in coming and hanging out with us there, please do. The link is in the description. That is all.
Check it out.
More likely that you are actually coming here from the Discord server. In
Oh,
which
this is
case,
also true.
in which case, make sure you subscribe because
Oh yeah, do that too, please.
Please subscribe and like and comment.
All the things.
And whether you're from the Discord or you're going to Discord for the first time, we want to hear more memes because so far all the memes have just been making fun of Indrani, and that's only funny 50 times.
No, it's funny all the time.
Pick one of us. Go after me. Come on. So much to work with here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Is it,
so
does
much.
this
Come on.
challenge extend to the players?
Chirag hasn't been in
Go
therapy
you
for a
got-
while. You
Go
can-
on, do it. You've seen me do terrible things to you, and you guys are usually quite nice anyway. So go for it.
I feel like
Yeah.
it is open to players as long as players are okay with character death. So trade
Hey,
off.
that was in the initial agreement. You already signed the contract.
We should.
Yeah.
So now recap
Right.
the game.
Recap will be Peter. You feel up for it?
Yeah, I think I got this. So our Pewter Archive episode 14 or archive number 14. We continue our travel towards Rome. However, we have been met by the three queens whose names Talvar invoked. These are the three daughters of Sorakel, and they are hags. Um, to the best of my understanding, they have now given us boons, and nothing has gone wrong. We now have mind blank spells on us for the next 24 hours, and nothing has gone wrong. Though I should note that Alika no longer cares for Kosmo, and Talvar has weird signs of the dark six showing up on her armor. But other than that, nothing has gone wrong, and now we have made our way to the mayor of the town, who happens to be an Illithid, and we have delivered a message that has, well, this is my first time witnessing psychic damage. So I look forward to seeing what happens next.
Yeah, I wonder how that affects people. Interesting.
Yeah.
You see just like calls falling
Actually,
out.
you're
of
not seeing.
his head. But yes.
Yeah. To be fair, you're not seeing psychic damage. You came. You told some great news to the Mind Flayer mayor. So just some great news. Who remembers what the message was?
There's something about the sun, right?
Yep. Hang on.
I know. I remember what it was.
Go ahead.
William.
It was Filium tum domus mismus, domum mismus, which means in Gob, I don't remember what language, we have sent your son home, which apparently made this Illithid mayor fly into rage. So that's exciting. Hope we didn't walk into a
Yeah.
trap. We'll see.
He made a cry, and then everything started flying around as a telekinetic blast. The table shattered into pieces, sent off flying. As the mayor heard what you had to say. Good times. Good times. So as this is happening, oh no, I wouldn't dare. No, definitely not. I'm gonna need you guys to give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh, wow.
Get sent flying
Oh my god.
at you guys.
So I would like to show off this beautiful little D20 over here. Hold on.
Do the beauty influencer thing. Go on.
Is it
Yeah.
working? Is it working? Okay, basically, you can find it on Nonagon Dice website. It's got little flowers. What are they called? Baby's breath?
Yes.
Oh, baby's
Yeah, it's got little flowers inside called Baby's breath. However, the dice itself belongs to the set Era's Garden. Era is Indrani's character's mother in a different campaign that I run, which is currently on hiatus. Not a problem at all. Anyway, this was gifted to me through Nonagon Dice by my lovely girlfriend, and I'm very excited to see what it rolls. Hopefully, a lot of natural ones, because that would make for great storytelling.
That would track with also
Yeah,
how my
boy.
dice work for you. So
it's true.
Mhm.
As long as I'm a player, they're
I'll
going
be-
to screw me over.
Yeah, and I'll be rolling for dice on these also Nonagon dice that I'm getting.
What?
you get Nonagon dice.
D4.
You get Nonagon dice. And
I'm only showing the D4 to not make people
Soon.
scared.
TL.
I'm telling the players.
Soon TL is all I have to say.
Excellent. So, all right,
Dexterity
have some
saving throws
dex
or
saves.
dexterity checks?
dexterity saving throws.
Oh, I'm doing so well, guys. So well. I rolled a fat 9.
I rolled a 4, so
Wow.
9 total.
21.
Wow. Oh, and just be clear, I'm rolling on this lovely little dice tower I got here. So
Yeah.
hopefully this will
I
be
mean,
nicely
is it
created.
show and tell day? Because
It's always show and tell there, except for you, because then we would only be doing show and tell and not
This
the
is
rest
true.
of the game.
if you're watching and
Interesting.
you want me to show and tell all my dice, not the ones I make, the ones I have from others, that is fine. I will do it gladly.
But no.
Okay. So nice. So Who you got a 9? You also got a 9. What did Alika get?
21 for me.
Okay,
All right.
great. Yeah. What did you say?
So she's a show-off.
Yeah, Medu is a show off. Medu has incredible reflexes and like leaps to the side. There's a whole like she like spins to the side, still inside the room as like these things go flying out past her, and she's able to avoid. More than just like a few splinters, as she takes just 3 points of damage.
Oh, just 3 points. Cool.
Yeah. The rest of you guys get conked. Like there's some like pieces of wood, but also like there's some ceramics pieces there, and you get conked firmly in the head of firmly in the toaster jaw, and another one just like strikes our cleric like hard in the chest as you both take 6 points of damage.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Do you know how many hit points I have, guys, total?
Is it in double
Tell the
digits?
audience.
It is in double digits.
Okay, that's a
And reduced me to half health is all I have to say.
Oh wow.
Wait,
Yeah.
A cleric
missed,
who only
how
has
much was
12
it?
hit points. You took 6 points of damage.
Right, okay.
So yeah, he's like done this scream. You guys have been hit. You guys have been sent to the side, and like everything in this room starts to float and shift and like move around as there's like this maelstrom of like psychic energy. And he's sending out these waves, and you feel the little like tooth, the little earrings that you were given that are in the shape of a tooth that you were given by one of the sisters. It's like feels a bit warm as it's happening, and you realize it's protecting you from what will be an incredible amount of pain, because mind blank makes you immune to psychic damage, but not immune to being telekinetically hit in the face by an object.
That is true.
I
You just
think-
see Pewter's head kind of shoot back from the thing that hits him. It's like, ow.
Sorry, guys, I misspoke. I have 20 HP, not 12.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you're level 2.
My character sheet is a bit broken. I've been playing like I have 12 HP this whole time.
That tracks.
Wow.
A good way to. It's
Impressive.
better than playing when you have 20 HP when you only have 12.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. No, that's much better.
Cool. So yeah, as this is happening, and like he is like in the center, as like his room is being tossed up by all these like psychic energy that's floating around, and just like everything's like being tossed around. The door behind you was like shut closed by like the psychic energy, and he is just like roaring, and like he never spoke to you before. He was like telepathically like making sounds happen with magic, but like he's doing this strange like chords that aren't supposed to make sounds. They're not supposed to say anything because it's very distressing, but he's saying it through this intense emotion. Like all of this is like spiraling, going fast and fast around. Let's go. Alika, because you passed the save. Sorry, Medu, because you passed the save, you get to decide what to do first. What do you want to do?
Besides looking at the others and saying that I think we gave him some bad news, slightly bad news. So he's standing behind like a desk.
Yeah, well, you're in this like his office, like a mayoral office, like on the top of this roof.
Yeah.
You can see like these large like a wizard's tower where you've got like the openings to the outside where you can see like there's like the windows which don't have glass on them as far as you can see, but they glow a little bit in that kind of way, makes you think like, oh, there's some kind of weird magic going on here. And these large window right behind him. There's like shelves on either side, and the books are flying over. The desk in front of him has literally was flipped over telekinetically, and these shards of wood went flying. That's one of the bits of wood like actually scratched you, which is why you took some damage. But yeah, like his desk is mostly in front of him, but like a lot of things are starting to lift. Like his chair that he was back is also standing. So like a lot of these are just like floating around him.
Oh gosh, it's all
Jean
floating.
Grey, psychic X-Men kind of style.
That's
Oh, nice. I love that reference. Okay. I need to restrain this guy. Can I run around, get to his back?
Yes, normally that wouldn't be an issue, but because there's so much psychic energy around, there's like things flying here. You can either like go at half speed to like avoid damage, but you won't be. It will take your action and your movement to get behind him, or you can try and go full action, but you're going to need to give me an acrobatics check to avoid like getting hurt. Because like if you fail, you're going to take some damage as these things are flying and moving about.
Cool. I'll go for the check. I don't mind doing that. Let's give it a go.
All right, go for it. Give it a go.
Oh wow. 10.
Okay. All right. So many attempts to use these dice. Go running. You try and like leap forward. You're like jumping on this large piece of ceramics to go forward, and then like
something beans me in the head.
You get a book like spine hits you on the side of the head and like sends you like hurt from it. It looks painful, but it only did about 2 points of damage. You remember the feeling of you being kicked in the face by a very unruly Kosmo.
Well,
in your head.
Not that different from what I've had to. Yeah, not that different from what I've had to endure.
So you're able to roll and get behind him. He doesn't seem to be like he's like levitating a little. You can like see better angle. He's like levitating, like only a couple of feet off the ground. He's not really looking at any of you. He's just like holding his head. He's like screaming up to the sky.
Okay. Check my pockets. Damn it! I don't have any Advil. I'm going to grapple him. I'm going to grapple him, but not to like hurt him. More like to just like gently restrain, as if I would do to an animal who is going a little ballistic with fear.
Gently restrain an Illithid. Yeah, no, this is gonna work.
I dig it.
So looking forward to this.
Do you have to put your hands around his face instead of his arms?
Oh,
you want to put your hand? You want to put your hand in those tentacles?
No, that's.
Don't your brain eat
I was gonna say
please.
It's a little too hentai for me right now.
There's a time and a place.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place.
This is not the place, but it is the time.
So.
Oh my god.
All right. So give me a strength. Give me a strength check. An athletics check opposed by his stats.
Oh, good. Why didn't I realize my athletics sucks? Well, never mind. 11.
This isn't great either. Okay, cool. Oh, I get to use all the dice. Yay! All the dice. All these
Why do you have
pretty red dice.
Why are you rolling many dice? Shouldn't athletics just be one die?
Because it's an opposed athletics check. What did you get?
11.
Cool. Well, here's the good news. He has a +0 to his roll.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news. He rolled a 15. So as you like go to grab him, he like grabs you and with just like he like pulls your arm free and just like literally just like turns you. His attention's on you as his like tentacles start to like grab around your neck and like just with his tentacles. So he's not even using his hands. Are just like picking you up. You imagine there's some telekinetic ability to help lift you. And he's just like looking angry and he starts like, and he's just like making again this strange like chords that aren't made to scream, just like anger and rage. He's like looking at you, and again the earring and everything starts to get even warmer. And he is actively trying to break your mind, but he can't because of mind blank. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is
This is the second session in a row where I am just like stress incarnate. I love it.
I mean,
all right, stress incarnate. You're actually you guys can decide who goes first because we haven't rolled initiative yet. But
you guys better at dexterity than I am, so who goes first?
I seeing this happen will first shout out because I also probably can't tell that there's an attempt at my brain because of the mind blank spell. Pewter will simply shout out in his due tone, very loudly. He's like, "Please, will you calm down? This is stressing me out. We can probably help with whatever you need."
Stop keeping promises to random entities. Aren't we done with this?
You guys started this.
Sure.
I'm just following in your lead.
Yeah, sure. You can give me a persuasion check, but you roll with disadvantage because one of you just tried to like, in his mind, attack him, even though it was basically a hug. So yeah, you roll with a disadvantage. But I believe in you.
I don't believe in you.
I'm just trying to hug you better.
Okay, the lower roll was 3.
Oh wow.
So
That's-
Yeah.
that
It's very hard to be heard. There's so many things flying, so many
right.
things. And
Do I still
yeah,
get to take an action?
yeah, sure. But yeah, you can like see this is kind of like I'll say that was your bonus. That was like your bonus action.
Sure.
And he's like squawking and like and yeah, his attention's on you, and he turns his head to you. And so, like he's like doing this like scream, this kind of yell. Oliver, you're right close. Medu, you're right close to him. You can give me an insight check if you want.
Inside. Oh, I'm okay at that. Let's go. 12.
There is like a lot of anger in this guy. You can like feel it.
Oh,
And also like his body is like shaking, but like kind of like he's angry, but he's also very sad.
oh
It's
no.
like, but also, not in like, but he's angry enough that he could very well hurt Pewter. He's basically like he's very much looking like he could hurt Pewter. Also, he's a species you've never encountered before, so you might be misreading him entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Judging
What's up, Pewter?
the fact that he hasn't responded to my words,
Oh, he's responded, but you can't understand what he said.
right. I will simply try to get within range of him because I'm probably
Melee
better
range?
off- yeah, melee range because I'm better off there than I'm further away.
Okay. Like I said, there's like a huge concentrated this like psychic energy going around.
Sure.
So it's just like, what is your movement speed?
My movement speed, I think it's like 35 feet. It's 40 feet. It's 40 feet, and I'll probably try to do like a. I imagine there's a wall around.
There is a wall. There's like the doors that have been shut behind you. There are like walls around this like office.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to.
Because your speed is so high, you can actually get, and you're going to his front. You can get to him even if you like go at half speed.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably just try to, instead of just making a straight line, kind of jump off against the wall, leap, and try to land by him, so that I don't know, it looks impressive. Nothing.
Dope monk shit. Love it.
So you run forward, you jump off the wall. There's like floating pieces of wood, and you're jumping off these pieces of table, off these books,
And
boom,
just try to
boom,
get-
platforming all the way to land in front of him.
Yes.
That's your movement.
Yeah, that's my movement, and I'll just try to get within. I won't attack yet because it kind of goes against the logic to hit after trying persuading. So I'll give him a round to calm down.
Okay. All right. Now the sense of calm in the room. Let's hear from Indrani.
So how does the Illithid seem to like are things like settling down on the floor or still flying around?
Give me an insight check or perception.
I will do insight. It's basically the same for me, so oh, that's pretty good. That's 16 plus 5, so 21.
Things are not slowing down. Just like the heavier things in this room are starting to actually. They weren't lifting yet. It was like the smaller things were getting up, and now the
Yeah.
bigger things are slowly getting lifting and lifting higher.
All right, hear me out.
And it's like he's like getting more frustrated, and he's like flaring his tentacles. He's just like looking at Pewter. But you realize it's just like that's like an intimidation move. Like on a person, that's like, oh shit, he's going to eat my brain.
Yeah.
On a Warforged, what the fuck's that going to do?
Right.
And like it's clearly like he is, but because he's not doing that he's not doing this to Medu, where it would actually be a threat. But like Pewter's, mind players can't eat whatever Pewter has for a brain, as far as you're aware.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but he is like,
Here's
there's a lot of
my
angst.
question. So just hear me out. Okay. So the spell command.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, the spell. Wow.
Oh boy.
So obviously there are. The first thing to consider here is, would I know if a spell like this would work on Illithids? Now I'm sure last game I rolled very high when it came to when you asked us what we already knew about mild flares. If I remember correctly, I rolled high enough that I gave the information to other people.
Yeah.
With that in mind, do I know if command would work on an Illithid?
I'm going to excuse me a moment. I'm going to refer to the big book.
Oh shit!
you go.
Okay.
Hi.
Because it doesn't say like it's psychic damage or anything like that, but it's an Illithid, right? So like this is a
Ah,
Are they immune
Big
to
book.
charm? I guess it's a charm effect.
brand new book.
it's
because I realize all DMs need to have big books.
Is this true?
All right, then.
Like,
Hello, 8-bit.
It makes sense. Big books, big dice.
I'm doing my hear me out,
Hey.
so you joined at a good moment.
All right, then.
I have a follow-up question,
Okay,
whether
no,
depending
you-
on if it works.
Yeah. What's it called? You know that you can try it, but you also know they are very well trained in defending against it. But it is
Right.
possible to work.
Right. They need, and it is a save.
They would have advantage on it, essentially.
They would have advantage on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is bad. My saving throw is 13. This is not gonna.
we are level 2, guys. We are facing an Illithid and we are level 2.
Okay. Knowing that, I'm gonna avoid doing that, and I'm gonna step closer and be like, raise both my hands to not look threatening, and say, if you could please tell us what it is that concerns you right now, perhaps we might be able to navigate this better. And I'm going to try to, like, hands raised, very non-threateningly try to persuade this person.
Okay. What's it called? Make a persuasion check. Again, disadvantage. He is not paying attention. Not anything you've done.
Yeah.
He's in a bad state.
Yeah.
He's like distraught. He's very distraught. You're trying to bring him out of this with no.
Oh
magical
shit!
effect.
Okay, that was a natural 20 and a 17.
So 17 plus what?
That's it. 17.
You have no persuasion bonus?
No.
You have no charisma bonus?
No.
Do any of us have
Okay.
anything like that? No.
Okay. But yeah, 17 is still very good. Yeah. As you you say that, and he's just like, like he thinks that, and then he's just like, and like he just lowers down, and like his tentacles literally let go of Medu, and Medu just like falls to the ground.
How
Like,
far is the drop?
He was being held up by more 4 feet.
Oh, okay, cool. Otherwise, I was. Okay, fine.
Yeah. She falls on the ground, but it didn't take any damage, and just like looks down, and just like he goes down, and he's just like he's on like not on his knees, but he's like crouched down, like holding his knees with his hands, and he's like. I apologize for my brief lack of decorum.
I am going to one hand raised, the other hand reaching for a little cloth, dabbing the bloody fucking thing that's on my head from being hit. I got hit by a physical object, so I'm just like dabbing. I'm like, it's fine. This is fine. We're fine. Just
I am glad I didn't have to hit you.
he wasn't planning on it. Even
No. Yeah.
no, he would never consider it.
We're very peaceful people.
Yes.
Why don't you
Debatable.
tell us your problems?
I glance at Pewter
It's a-
and I'm like, and then turn back to the
Yes, it's fortunate you didn't hit me, as then I would be that would be considered a crime against Greywald, hitting its mayor or warlord, which would necessitate all manner of punishment, up to and including me throwing you out this window,
Sounds very fair.
killing you,
Also fair.
and then reassembling you to be used for the troll meat yards.
That
Oh,
sounds a
fair.
little less fair, but okay.
That's actually the minimum punishment.
Great. No, we're learning so much about this place. As you can tell, we're new here. And look, we don't want to pry, right? We had a message to deliver. We've delivered it.
Yeah.
Clearly it has upset you.
Yes.
And
Why? I mean, like he's standing up again, and he's leaning over like the broken remains of the table at his desk. And he's like, "Why were you the ones chosen to tell me this message?"
oh, so that's a funny story, right? How do I put this?
We're
I-
wondering the same thing.
Messed up and invoked
Mhm.
the names of the sisters in vain, and as
One does.
one shouldn't and one mistakenly did, because of this mistake of mine, this blunder of mine, should I say, we had to make an agreement with the sisters.
I see. So how many of your firstborn did you have to give up?
Just the one, and I glanced at Medu.
That's a deception check. You didn't give up any firstborn.
No, she wasn't trying to like lie. She was like making a sly remark about Medu. Like,
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Wait, at this point, may I make an insight check to see if what he's referring to is what happened to him?
I go for
Ooh.
oh, that just stuck me. Oh shit.
I see. That's where the brain cell of the party is. There you go.
Yeah. My int is -1, so there you go.
15.
There was like a melancholy when he said that, like, oh, well, which of your firstborn did you have to give up? And it's just like, it's like that kind of thing where it's like, he said it with like someone who kind of knows either he's experienced it or like he's seen it happen to someone enough. And like, I think that's like a regular kind of thing. And like he does, and it's just like, he was like, it's like a different kind of, like before he was like angry, sad, and now it's just like hearing that, it's just like a little bit of melancholy that he's saying that. Like, he was like, he's suspicious of you guys. Like he wants to figure out like, why you guys did it, but came here and said that. But he does feel like there's like some kind of melancholy and like maybe a little bit like sympathy with you, because he thinks there's some kind of sympathy with you.
I gave up the firstborn.
Well, not picking up on any of the nuance here. I'm just like, technically, you could only give up one firstborn, right?
And it's a second one. Yeah.
But
And then how many of you gave up a firstborn? But
see, that
I
makes
see
sense.
different.
Sorry, I've
I
never
see,
been good
sorry.
with math.
common is not my first tongue.
Ah,
You're doing great.
Yes, it's my 17th. I'm still trying to perfect it.
right.
Impressive.
That is
Incredibly. Well, yeah, I mean, it's since I picked up a little bit on this melancholy, I say I don't want to pry or anything, but from the message we just apparently delivered, and from what you've said, is this the situation you find yourself in? Have you lost
You speak
someone?
underdog?
No. As we common.
And how do you know it? And how do you know what the message entailed?
Oh, that's right. We don't know. We just heard Philium, blah blah blah. Okay, then I'll just say because of the melancholy.
we do know.
We do know.
We do know what the
You say
message
it out loud?
meant.
Yeah.
I'm reminding Aleka.
So you knew what the message was, and you told me anyway.
Oh, freaking hell! Come on.
So stressed. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna shut up.
I'm stressing out more. I'm like, well, I thought it was a happy homecoming message. That's all. I have no idea what's happening. I'm very new to this place and its politics.
I'm simply following their lead.
We are simple people. We just wander around and solve problems, talk to people like a wandering therapy group. That's all.
And now that we've delivered the message, we might as well leave and leave you to your important business of running the town. We have other tasks to get to. We will stay out of your way. And Pewter will just try to walk away.
You turn around, the door is like shut, and then you hear on the other side of it the sound of like a bar coming on the shut it.
Oh boy.
And like you guys could see like his hand moved as he like said to go along with that display, and he says like, simple people are not chosen by the daughters to send messages of this.
Like we said, it was truly we were paying off a mistake that I made.
See.
I had some other simpletons such as myself invoked, and I'm sure they would be here instead of us today.
Who better to deliver messages than simple people who don't know better?
Mm-hmm. We are too simple to make up any wild stories.
Yeah, that is the point. The sisters only do these games to tell a story. these schemes and plots. Dalgoon is one of these stories that they wish to tell, and we're trying to live in it and figure out what ending it will come of. What ending will come of this nation of monsters? Hopefully, a happy ending, but knowing them, it will probably end in tragedy as always, almost always. And like he's sitting down, like the chair has like come back, like telepathy moved over, and he's like sitting there comfortably. A cane has appeared in his hand that you didn't remember him having, but it's there now. And he's like, so and he's looking at all of you. He's like, so if you do not speak Underdark, but you knew what the message was, and you still told me what the message was, what do you know? What do you know of my son or my situation? Are you truly knew nothing, or did you know what you were saying to me?
Absolutely nothing. At least from my end, I have no idea about. I didn't even know you were the mayor.
We did speak to some people on our way here and asked about the mayor, and
Who did you tell translate this?
no one.
Who translated this for you?
Well, if I. Right. See, another one of my stupid decisions was no one, for what it's worth, no one directly translated it for us. It was bits and words, nothing strung together. And trust me, we didn't, it went right over the.
Yeah, we were very smart. We made it a
Who did-
crossword puzzle, so they have no idea.
Yes, this is true.
Okay. Da-da-da-da. Will he figure this out?
Oh my god, this is getting
Why can't we just go on our jolly way and save the world?
Yeah, he looks back, he like thinks, let me see. You came here with a guide. Yes, Jillian. Let me just check his mind.
Oh boy.
I see. Usually I would just check your own, but
Of
to
course,
verify.
of course, sure.
I see.
You understand.
Of course, good.
Pewter's developed his nervous accent again, as you can tell. We're all very nervous here.
Pewter's trying to
Well-
moonwalk towards the door and just like
As he
Shiver
tries to
it.
moonwalk past me, I just grab his hand and like hold him there.
Now, why shouldn't now? Question is, you do not know much about what has happened, clearly, but you do not know, but you know enough to cause me some degree of difficulty if someone with more knowledge being the facts that you did. And so he's like,
What facts?
Right. What facts?
the words translated.
I'm not sure I follow.
And he says like, and he leans back and he just like says, I says like, what do you know about where mind flayers come from?
Do I know anything about where mind players come from?
I think you were told a little bit by, you guys did a roll last time.
Yeah, we.
You were just like, they are like creatures, they're creatures that were created that from the by a Delkia many hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago, and they come from the. I believe in Talvar knows specifically they come from the plane of Zoriat, which is they were created there, and Zoriat is the plane of madness. They don't live here normally; they are coming from that realm. That is their natural habitat. They look.
Oh,
I will I'll reiterate that in the most monotonous way I can. My archives simply have
Mhm.
the data that you come from the plane of
Zoriat.
Zariath,
Mhm.
and that you are an ancient race, and while you do not normally exist on or reside in this plane, it is still not uncommon or entirely uncommon.
True. Very few. I am from there. I had disagreements with the Lords of Zoriat. I made my own way here, made my own little fiefdom, little hidden world. Me and my offspring was created, and then the sisters found me. I made my own mistake, and they granted me this city to look over the entryway into this land, and in exchange, they cared for my son, and now they have sent him home.
Back to
Zoriat.
Zoriat.
Is this not a good thing that he
Right.
is back on his home planet?
Dimension.
A dimension, sorry.
He has never lived there. I created him here.
Will he
And
not be
now-
able to survive in that dimension because of that?
He will have inherited my enemies,
Ah, you have enemies.
the other
Necessary
lords, the
information.
lords of Zoriat.
He just said it earlier. That's why he left.
I worry he may have been struck too hard with the in the toaster jaw.
Nothing that's not fixable, but that's for later. That is
Yeah.
awful. I am
Mhm.
so sorry to hear that.
And very sorry to be the bearer of such bad news. We didn't realize.
There is a saying that I remember from the war, though. It goes, "Don't shoot the messenger."
I believe we
Hmm.
yelled that earlier when you were throwing things in our direction, but that you might not have heard it. That
Perhaps now.
There's also the saying that the reason we have messengers is so that we do not have to be the ones to bear the brunt of the bad news. It's a Minotaur. Yeah, it's an old Minotaur saying that if you have to say bad news, stay away from the big pit while you do so.
This seems like a wise saying. I will maintain it in my archives.
I approve of this thing.
so. Are we bearing the brunt of anything?
Where are you going after this?
After-
Go.
Great crab.
This is a
Oh,
good
I-
question. Jillian is our guide. We are supposed to head towards the capital.
I see. Do not worry. I will make sure you have an excellent guide to take you that way.
Are
Yeah.
you going to harm Jillian?
We're good with Jillian.
I will not harm you.
Will you harm
But
us?
someone, but will you?
You are under the. Yes.
You
I
will not harm.
you.
Is someone else going to harm him
No
on
one-
your behest?
Perhaps
Sorry.
if we
No.
let him speak, he will tell us who he plans on
Absolutely not.
Okay,
No
cool.
one under my employ. No one under my employ will harm him. No one I am ordering, no one I am coercing will harm Jillian. Does that comfort you?
Sure.
It's just in my
Do
experience.
you doubt my word?
No, no.
Um,
I see.
Do you need
Master?
Jillian?
Now,
Master Illithid,
let me tell
what do we need to
Mhm.
do? I believe that we are simply
Where-
now avoiding.
you're going to Great Crag for a reason. A reason that I do not know. And you're working for the sisters. I assume, and the sisters gave you this. I imagine that
We
the
will
sisters were
clarify
wanting.
that
Mhm.
our work for the sisters ends here. This was the work that we did, and then we were going to go on our merry way. So technically, once we leave, that's it. That's
We're
the
not
end of
in
the
the-
con. We're freelancers. See, we're not under their.
I see. Excellent. Okay. So you believe that the sisters will not come to check on you, and the job's been well done. You think your story is over, and it very well might be.
Is that a threat, sir?
If it's not done, if it is done, then this will mean nothing. And like he just like reaches under, and like and just like this like stone appears. It's like this shining stone with like a large stylized X is there, with different looks like the ornate design of like a tentacle like coming out the side of the stone. It seems to be like this strange purpley in color. You recognize that it looks like part of it's made from kyber stone, and like he like puts it over. So it's like, if the sisters do not come to see you, and they never meet you again, then this stone will just be a memento of this event, and nothing more will come of it. If they do come to see you again, I want you to show them this stone.
What does the stone
If they do.
mean?
Or do.
Is it going to
It
harm
is a
us?
sign that I have. It is a sign that I have heard their message, and it is understood. If you are worried, I am also bound by oaths and
Insight
practices.
check.
Not go for it.
Is
Ooh,
this
that's
going
pretty
to-
good. Another 16, so 21.
Yeah. When he says, "I am bound under oaths not to ever harm the sisters," he is speaking honestly. But when he says sisters, it is with so much hate that
Yeah.
it's just like he cannot stop himself from making it up, because he is like articulating the sound, he's manipulating the sound. So it's just like the fact that he cannot hide it that much is that he really, really hates the sisters right now. He didn't hate them before. It was just like this wary kind of thing, but now he
Yeah.
really hates them. And it's just like, it's fine. No, it does like, that's, yeah.
By
Now, I wish you
So I have just one more question, sir. Sorry.
go for it.
When they sent us here, we were not obviously told about how you may react. And, you know, one of the things we do as freelancers is learn from our previous jobs. So by showing this crystal to them, this kyber crystal to them, will we elicit, like, sorry,
They are
are we delivering an affront? I don't understand.
This is not a pit that you'll be thrown into.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's reassuring.
That's reassuring.
Again,
Thank
with the 21 continuing, he does not seem to be lying. Again, mind that he's literally
Yeah.
controlling his voice. It's hard to say if he's lying, but he's been quite
Yeah.
emotional so far.
Sure. This is fine. We're fine. Yeah.
It's crosses his fingers up, and you hear like the latch outside door opens up, and the doors slowly open.
Great.
Great.
I'll raise my
Okay,
hand
okay,
and
then.
I'll just ask another question.
Mhm.
So we have to simply deliver this crystal, and
If they come to contact you, show them the crystal. If they take it, good for them. If they don't, by all means, all you have to do is show them the crystal. If they ask where it came from, be honest.
How long do you
Or
want us
don't.
to hold on to it?
For the rest of your life, unless they come and ask for it.
Oh, good.
which
I know.
one of us has to hold on to it for the rest of our lives?
Pick.
Talvar,
Yeah, no, I deserve that. It's fine. Can we take Jillian with us? He really knows the way we work, our schedules, our sleep cycles. So it's sort of
the jet lag
If
over
decide-
here, the bullet lag has just really shook us up.
If you decide to, I believe Jillian, you will see Jillian at the out near the entryway to the city. He's by, what's the name of that bar? What's it called? Torrens Horn. It should be right there.
Torrens Hall.
Yes, go
How do
there.
you spell that?
Tauren Horn. Horn.
T-A-U-R-E-N.
Yes, run by this lovely Minotauress. She's wonderful. I am just gonna. Yep, don't worry. Your first rounds are on me.
How will they know this?
He taps his head.
is he alive and well, Jillian?
I just told you.
Will he be
Why are
when we
you
get
worried
there?
about Jillian? He is
I
not even
don't
in this
know.
room.
He just you know
I have
what?
another meeting if you don't mind.
Yes. It was a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Step out the window out of there. I'm gone.
Yeah, use your key points. That went really well the last time.
And you're out of there.
Yeah, just before I leave, I'll say, I'm really sorry to that I hugged you without your consent. Okay, bye.
You didn't manage to, but it's in the future. Consent is important.
That is important.
We may be monsters, but even we are aware of that. We are aware that consent is important. We just choose not to when we are consuming a target.
Also, great suit, by the way. Just so dapper. I'm in love. Like, holy shit. And I.
Oh, I see. Would you like to know my tailor?
Yeah, yes. As I'm
she's-
backing away.
She's a lovely drider. You can send you her.
Oh my
I would send you
God.
her. I'll tell her to contact you at the pub. She can make you something lovely.
I don't think I'll be able to afford it, but appreciate it. Bye.
Don't worry.
Bye.
As you go, door slams shut behind you, and you get down on the lift, and it psionically lowers down for all of you to head down there.
Do you know that what a drider is?
Arcana check.
All
What is it?
right. Natural 24.
Riders are not
Minus
from
one,
here.
so-
They are literally they're from Zendrick, another continent. Very rare. And is that like and the weird thing is like, as far as you know, Drider in this world, they're not in normal D&D. Drider look like part spider, part drow for the most part. But in D&D, they look like scorpions. So they're a scorpion. They are in that regard. So you're like thinking, what does a scorpion have to do with like making clothes? But maybe they're just very talented at making it. So that's just what's in your mind. You're just thinking this is going to be but you're like, also, what are they doing here? They're not from this continent, and they came all the way and meet these which are like terrifying tribal individuals who worship a terrifying scorpion god. These are like what you've read about. Like these are just like the pulp magazines that have come out from this forgotten land with great treasures and terrifying monsters and unusual natives. But also you've read the death reports. So it's just like, yeah, they're probably exaggerating something, but people have died. They have killed people. And you have seen like very pretty pictures of them. And by pretty, I mean terrifying. But yeah, Drider can come in male, female, different. There have been reported of multiple gender of Drider. They're not like defined to a certain gender. You also don't know if drow are matriarchal, patriarchal in this society. That's not like covered in the pulp magazine. There's a limit to how much you can know even with a nat 20 without physically going to that continent.
Got it. Yeah, cool.
Especially with a -1.
Yeah. Actually, history is a +1. Arcana is -1, so 21. But it's fine. Yeah.
All right. You know,
As the elevator opens, I grab their hands and I'm like, speed walk. And like just like
as you speed out, remember that there was this long line of people outside the tower?
yeah.
They're all on the ground holding their head in pain, blood coming out of their ears. Are they like screaming? And they're not screaming, but they're just like in so much agony. As you realize the psionic attack he did all the way at the top of the tower reached down here and is hurting them. You're pretty sure the first person in the line is dead.
Dead and dying or dead?
Medicine check.
Can I? Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's a 13 plus 5. 18.
What's it called? Let me just make a couple of checks. Okay. He is like he's on death saving throws.
I will rest my hand on him and a hand on my armor with the sigil of my god, and I will cast Spare the Dying.
The ducks.
Cast it, and like this energy that goes out, it's like energy that you expect. You feel like the warmth of your energy is going down to like reach into him. I just instead it doesn't feel like you're warming him. It feels like you're draining away the cold. It's like and he's still fine.
Unconscious.
He's conscious. He's not dying anymore. But,
but my spell worked differently.
Yeah, it went in a different way. But it did what he wanted it to do. It just.
I don't want to be a cleric of the Dark Six, guys. It was supposed to be. God damn it!
The others all like look at you. The ones in line who are in pain, they like look at you and they like, well, thank you. Here we blessed you. Thank you by the Dark. Thank you, Dark Six Priest. And they all just like they're bowing you. The ones who can bow, the others who are just in so much pain.
Even without the Dark Six sigil on me, they know. They're calling me by the Dark Sixes.
Well, it's unlikely to
inside
expect
check?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Future
okay.
You
can
just
say that.
worship the Dark Six
Yeah.
here. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They're not going to be
you
like,
also,
oh, hello,
you also,
thank us.
you also remember what Jillian mentioned. I think it was Jillian or someone else who mentioned. It's my religion check. You know that sovereign host worship is not like considered a good thing here.
Yeah.
Like they consider it heretical the same way other parts of the country consider, Dark Six worship. It's basically reversed here.
Yeah.
So they see you do something helpful for a monster, they think it's Dark Six.
Cool.
It's not that they recognize the
I
magic.
thought I was
and say,
giving
oh,
up
that's
vibes. There's like a sign over my head. Cleric of the Dark Six.
vibes,
You,
dank Dark Six vibes.
Thanks, Stanky Dark. No. Okay.
You do not see a sign over your head currently.
I glanced down at the growing change in my chainmail, and I turned around. I'm like, is there anybody else who needs to be stabilized?
You look around; they are injured, but like he was the only one who was on the ground because he was like first in line. The
Okay.
rest,
Anyone
are,
on death's
they look,
door, but like alive, but just like everyone's good.
they're like okay.
Huh.
There's one person this huge individual who's just like, you are convinced he was dead, and then he just like shifts and changes, and he like gets back up and he realizes, oh, this is a troll. It's very hard to kill a troll.
Yes.
But yeah, no, the guy you hailed was like a small kobold.
Right.
But he was like in danger, but you managed to like help him out.
Yeah.
The others are like much bigger monsters, so they're okay. But yeah.
I dab the kobolds cleaning like the bloody ears, and I'm like,
Mhm.
would you like some water? Sorry about that.
He's unconscious, like properly unconscious. One person,
alright.
that's like, one person very gingerly, this like large ogre very like gingerly picks him up as he's very injured, and then he says like, well, he gave up his place in the queue, tosses him into one of the nets. Boing. And then takes the line. The nets like gracefully catch him. But he's okay.
Oh, I forgot they do that here.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Oh, weird. This
Medu,
game is
I
so
have a
weird.
question.
Shoot.
So, yes, we are continuing to walk.
Mhm.
You saw how Talvar tried to help these people, but if we were to run into them elsewhere, we might have to fight them. How does one decide when to help and when to fight? And also, we seem to have a big objective on our hands of literally saving the world. Why do we, stop for these small things? Shouldn't the world take precedent? I'm unsure how to assign priority
Priority.
to all these objectives that we have been given.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine at this point. I haven't seen so many kind of monsters in my life. I don't really know if I should call them monsters anymore. Do they call themselves monsters? Okay. But yeah, and now I'm starting to feel bad about the kobolds and the goblins we attacked in the tunnel. So here's the thing, they did attack us first. So maybe that kind of makes it okay. I feel like it's okay in self-defense. You can probably attack whatever is attacking you first. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a human, it could be a kobold, it could be a troll, it could
Understood.
be...
And you see Pewter's eyes go blank for a second. And it's like, it literally, he's rewriting a little bit of code. Okay, I have adjusted my moral compass. I will now only attack when attacked first. For this, it was adjusted to what Talvar did, which was hit anyone who annoyed her, especially her sisters.
Yes,
Well,
that tracks.
you know what? Let's go with this new code for a little bit and see how it works out. We can always do a version 1.1. It's all right.
No,
Don't have
at
to be
some
in stone.
point, you see, I have been working on improving my systems, and I believe that with a little bit of Talvar's help, I will be able to unlock some of my more latent abilities. However, once I do this, I do not think I can change certain fundamental codes.
Oh yeah, level 3.
I don't know if level 3 is happening. I'm just telling the DM. Get on it.
It's been a while. Very quick, nudge. Yeah, no.
Yeah. As you're just like talk about your plans, you guys like you're like stopped as you're pushed into someone, and you see Nogu, who's been with you the whole time. He was just very quiet while all this shit was going down. He also has the mind blank thing, so he wasn't affected, but he like hid. Like he was just like, I don't want to mess with it. I'm scared of my play. Oh, you guys are like hiding. He's like, he managed to like duck and roll out. He was able to like get out of there. He was trying to get out, but then there was like banging. He's just like, he looks a little battered. You don't know what happened while you guys were gone, but he was looking a little like worn out.
I'm gonna catch up too.
Yeah, he's like
Nobu.
stopped and he's like staring in front of him, like eyes wide.
What's wrong?
Up in front. You follow his gaze. You have arrived at the Torrent's Horn. It's like a. Anyone played Warcraft or like Warcraft 3?
A little.
You know, like those how orc buildings look with those like large
Sure.
like horns and spikes that come out of it,
Yeah,
and like these like red buildings. Like it's like this lovely like large building. It's like it looks like it may have been once have been a barrack, but it's now it's got this image of a large minotaur who's like literally drinking a horn of mead as it's like going down this like beautiful image like there, and there's like people coming up and down. It looks like pretty nice. You hear like the sound of jovial sounds. What's not so jovial, as you see, like it's in front of the large wall that is kind of there that like you have to go past. It's like a little tunnel, little gate that people who are coming into the country, they go through this gate and they'll basically come here. Lining up the side of this barrack, you see like stakes have been put up, which have what's called creatures impaled on it. You can see literally like what's called, like giant center. You see like monstrous centipedes. You can see animate. You see, but also like sentient creatures. You can see like an orc has been put up here with a large mohawk. Not Henrietta. You can see it's like you can see a large troll is there, but that's really bad because the troll's still active. He's just like looking very glum, and he's looking upset, but not like in pain. Like this, it's gone straight through him. But one person who is not in pain, who's up there because they can no longer feel pain. Right through his head, you see Jillian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so Jillian be dead?
Jillian's impaled through the head, y'all. Oh my gosh.
From tail to head.
But I do not understand why this happened.
Because he knew something he shouldn't.
All you do inside checks.
This is all our fault.
Yes, it is.
18 plus something. 4, so 22.
Your mind starts
14.
replaying a conversation, and when he was like saying,
He was
I
being
will
so
not
fucking
harm, I
amazing.
will not harm. You realize, and he realized he'd already gotten Jillian was already dead at that point. When he had said, I will not harm, he cannot harm Jillian because Jillian was already dead. You also see like down underneath him, just like you see the Noel who you guys met when you came into the barracks, the one who like let you in. He is down there, and he is just like doing some kind of like gestures. Looks like with some significance, like some kind of like mournful kind of significance to him, but you don't understand Noel. What it is to be like what those things might be as he's like doing this kind of gestures. To Jillian's corpse, and then just like pulls out a dagger and like stabs it at the ground, like at the base of this.
Man, I feel
He, like-
super awful.
I make my way over.
Same. I'll just go and I'll if I can reach the same area where Jillian has been staked.
Jillian is like, Jillian, like you can reach his feet and his knees, but he's been like, he's been like put up. So this, so you can like, your head is where his knees are.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to just kneel down and then like bow deeply and very quietly so that other Noel dude does not hear us. My fault. If I had only kept my mouth shut, realized, and that would have been the end of it. Instead,
I would rather
died.
how I'm going to tell his parents. Do not beat yourself about it, and please refrain from how quickly this happened. I imagine Jillian might have known something that he wasn't supposed to know. they came with him, and they used 2 trolls came and they used the black pole, and you can see like the poles have different colors. Like this one's a black pole, the one under the troll is a green one, and you see most of them are like variety of different colors. His is the one that's black, and he says he
Like
points at this as like, yeah, no, this is the reason, and when it's black, that means a classified reason for the protection or the secrecy of the city. It is a secret black, and for that, it means he knew something he wasn't supposed to know, which in this city run by a mind player is, difficult to do and very dangerous. So I would rather not know any more than I would rather not know more.
Is there a way to have his body taken down so he can be?
Yes, after 10 days, we are allowed to take his body down and put it there. At that point, it is beyond the reach of most resurrection spells, as if we could afford such a thing for poor Jillian. But it is for secrecy, so it is the rigors and rules of this city.
This seems to be slightly flawed logic.
Mhm.
If he knew information he was not supposed to know, would it not be better to impale him with a different color so no one would suspect anymore?
The point of this is a warning to let others know. Once they see this, they also know anyone who knew him would distance themselves from this individual, and more importantly, would know not to ask questions. Any other part of spheres, you might ask, you might debate why this happened. You see this, you know not to ask questions, because if you ask the wrong questions, you would know the secret. You might know the secret, and then you would be on the sphere. That is the purpose of the black sphere.
I see.
Yes. I'll take out. I have been carrying this for a while. I take out a lance that I have, which I used to. I know it's just like a random huge lance which comes out of my back, which I used to use while using Kosmo in fights while flying, and similar to what he did with the dagger, I will impale my lance on the ground. It's very long, but that's all I have at the moment. Sorry, Jillian. Shouldn't have. Crossword puzzles were too dangerous for you.
You shouldn't give up a lance like that. But he does look grateful. He says that, but the no looks very grateful.
Keep it. I'm not using it much anyways.
Oh. And I assume this is like information I can share, because it's public information. Jillian arranged. Jillian told me to find out a place where you could have a sending spell done. We have a small set where you can do this. They'll be open in about half an hour. There's a gnome holiday, but they will be open in half an hour.
Thank you.
Not a word. Mm-hmm.
Can I, as someone who was a part of the war effort and a cleric, would I have certain rituals for the dead? Or certain?
Yeah, you would, but you also know
they're all very.
They would sign you out as like someone from that side of the war, because right now you don't look human. You look like a creature. You got the fiery heart. Like none of you look. Well, you do. I'm not gonna hide it. Like Medu is basically Medu stands out as like people are like giving you like a distance, and they're also giving the Warforged distance. But like you, like people are like they say, okay, Dark 6, we respect that. They like doing that. Doing that would kind of like it's a big deal. Like doing that kind of thing. It's like
Right.
Yeah. See, it would stand out a lot, and you might get attention, good or bad. But whether you feel up to it or not, it's entirely up to you.
Just dig my grave even further.
Listen, here's my idea for what you should do with the Dark Six. You should totally pit the Dark Six god against your god and make them fight for your love.
Assuming my current god loves me enough to want to fight for me, yes. I
Welcome to the Divine Bachelorette. Why find religion when religion can find you?
streaming now on Desis and Dragons. I'm going to because I took the bottle of, I'll where are his belongings? Jillian's belongings.
You look down and you see that there's the Noel has a knapsack that he's open. You can see there's a few things that you recognize as Jillian. You recognize Jillian's Jillian's weapon, his bow are there, as well as his some provisions are there, and he's tying it up, putting it on his back.
Can I take the bottle of Noel wine or Noel beer? Was it? I think.
Yeah, no beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it Noel beer.
Can I take this?
Persuasion check?
Oh, that's 4.
It looks like he's not going to say anything. You get the vibe if you take it, he will not like it, but he's not going to stop you from taking it.
I'm just gonna look at him, uncork it, and reach into my little bag of accoutrements and take out a little vial or something that holds it. Put a little in there. Put the cork back on and handed it to him. He offered yesterday, but I said no, and I'm just gonna down it.
Yeah. You down it, and you look at the glass. It was already starting to melt. So give me a con save.
I looked
Oh,
at Medu
that's
and I'm
fine.
like, is Talvar also now developing an alcohol habit?
19.
Me,
Sun's going down, but you're focused, you're hardy, you've gone drinking. So it doesn't.
I stare at a fire
a
every
little
day. I
bit, and
work in a forge.
Yeah, it's fine. It makes you feel you're sweating a little bit, but you're okay. You've sweat before. It's not too bad. Well, I don't know if you've ever sweat before, but it's uncomfortable. But you're fine. You push your way through. You're okay. You'll get through this. You might get quite a taste for it. You only took a little bit anyway.
What's his name? The god that
Luther?
Luther?
Luther might have seen Talvar sweat
Oh, gee.
during the workout, because they exercise together.
Together. Yeah, totes.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely
that's what we
right.
told you. That's what they told you they were doing.
No, but I'm thank you.
He takes it back sharply, puts it away, and says good. They're good travels to you. Good travels to you, and best of luck with whatever you are doing. May the Dark Six travel with you. And he goes away.
Yeah, looks like they are.
I glance at Medu. I'm like, really? Alright, should we just
Hurry along? Yes.
Wait, who's doing the sending? Did we get a name?
there's a shop
He
that opens in a bit.
gave you the direction in about. There is a house service communication status, so a post office or a telegram station. You're surprised to hear one's there. There's house service station. They usually require a member of the Dragonmark houses to run. But he did say there is one, and it'll open in half an hour for a gnomish holiday. Gnomish holidays are frequent, but they don't last a day. They last 15 minutes, and then they continue on. But you can have them multiple times a day. They celebrate it. They say this is the hour that's really important, and then they will call a gnomish holiday. Some people say they're just doing it so they can have a break, and you can't accuse them because of religious. It's a religious thing. But they very rarely take a day off.
I know, they're very sensible. Wait, do we need to pick up Henrietta? Where's she?
No, we were gonna meet her at the headquarters where she works.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's selling
tasks.
Yeah.
okay, well then let's do the sending first, I guess.
How young was Jillian? Out of curiosity.
You have no idea. Jillian seemed very young. But you also don't know how old Knowles are. You think he was the equivalent of a young adult, if not a teenager?
I'm feeling worse and worse.
Yeah.
We have some time to kill before the gnome thing, or by the time we get there, it'll end. Maybe a new one will begin. So let's just hurry.
Yeah. Yeah, you know that's happening. You also know, you also told that there is a guide waiting for you. Either here or
Who is
inside,
probably
or inside the
fucking
box.
gonna spy on us. So do we really want to take this guide up?
You don't have to. Absolutely not. You don't have to. So yeah, but you also by the time you get there, the holiday might be over.
Yeah.
That's high up to you. Or you can go to the Dragon Mark the house task, whichever you want to do.
Let's just get the sending message done.
Yeah.
with.
We'll make our way to
What an
sending
We
annoyance.
should also try get some rest. We have been traveling quite a while now. After we left the tunnel, and then we've come here.
should we send the message, come back, get a room here if we can afford it,
Yes,
and sleep in a bed? Yes, that sounds great.
any corner will do, but I imagine a bed will be.
Don't
Sounds
be.
like a plan. Let's go.
Let's do this. Make our way
So-
to the stop us if we know it is.
Off to the
So
message
what do you guys
shop.
want to do?
Message
heading
shop
to the
first. Yes.
Yeah.
Sending
Okay.
shop.
Sending shop.
Sending shop.
DT. Sending shop. Sending shop. Yeah, you head over to the. Yeah. You head over to the. Yeah, getting over to the sending shop. I think that's a little bit heavy, and so I'm going to give you guys. five minutes to absorb, talk to the chat, maybe we'll have a walkabout because sitting in front of a thing for 2 hours can be a bit draining. So, gonna give you guys like 5 minutes. Don't leave. Somebody's gonna be here. I'll be here if you guys want. If any of you from chat want to talk to me, I'm gonna give these guys a little bit.
I'm going to do stretches. I'm going to first mute myself. 'cause we
Oh
don't wanna hear-
boy.
Here's what I'm going
No,
to
Oh,
don't
but
mute yourself.
maybe-
We want to hear this. We want to hear a workout video.
So yeah, okay, let's do some. Does anybody know some good stretches for people who sit in front of a screen all the time? Because I would like to learn some.
I mean, do like my normal ones, but those are for my hands and carpal tunnel shit. I don't know about screen stuff.
While we're on break, I will plug our Discord again.
Yeah.
Great place to hang out. Lots of games happening there. Tonight we have a Monster Hearts game, which is going to be right after the stream, I believe.
Ooh.
So if you guys are interested in playing different sorts of games, like obviously D&D, Pathfinder, Monster Hearts, Wanderhome, Masks, just so many different types of TTRPGs on that server. It's crazy. So if you're interested, come join. The link is in the description. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.
Please do it.
Please. So you are so just like, oh, I just live with my back pain, like a cool person. Yeah, I'm cool. Pain doesn't
Yeah.
bother me.
Yeah, down crossing pain relief like you down water, man.
Cat cow. What's a cat cow? Hi, Nirali. Nirali is the one who gifted Shubham the D20.
Aw.
Pigeon
That's
pose.
cute.
I wish we had photographs to go along with Cobra pose. What is that? I don't want to be insensitive, so I'm not gonna do it. But
I assume these are types of stretches or something.
Nirali's a vet, so it tracks
Oh,
that all
wow.
her poses are animal. Is this
Yeah.
like?
I can't do Cobra pose without looking like a bunny.
Did you just
Dabbing pose. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Alaga, get off the stream. That's
Bye.
enough of you.
Oh, it's me again.
No, come back.
Come
Oh
on.
boy.
We need you in HD. Return.
Maybe Shubham could demonstrate if he can hear us.
Oh wait, it's going to mess up the whole stream.
No, it's not. Just don't leave. Else it'll
Okay.
mess it up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um,
And if you leave, it messes it up. Yeah. How's everyone doing? What are you enjoying about the stream so far?
Oh yeah, tell us. Do you guys have any feedback for what we could be doing with the channel or the Discord or anything?
Have I not killed enough? Should I be killing more NPCs? Let me know. Otherwise, I will say yes.
Are we allowed to give feedback on that regard, or just the people watching?
You can give feedback if you want.
Please don't. We decided to ask for feedback on what we can do with the channel, and Chirag asked if he hasn't been killing enough NPCs. So, just gonna see what folks have to say.
Guys, let me know your favorite NPCs in the chat, just so I have a list.
No, nobody lets you know your favorite NPCs. Please, no.
Let's start with a G and end with an IN.
Oh, poor Jillian. Can't believe he died. Also, it's
Jillian started with a J.
Tell us about the Minotaur. No, Jillian is spelled with a G. Do you not know Jillian Anderson?
Jillian is spelled with a J.
Oh, sure. I mean, I think it works both ways because I know Jillian.
Yeah, it does work both ways.
Yeah.
I just wondered. You want to know about the Minotaur S? The one who runs the bar? Is that what you're asking?
That's who Ari wants to know about. So if you want to give us a little bit of a lore.
Oh yeah, no, she's great. There's a lot about her, but she's in the bar that you guys aren't going into.
I kind of want to
go there then. Jeez.
We're going after the shop. It's fine. Fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna rent a room.
The shop. There's always time to go drinking later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do know this place is like two. This place is like 2 stories, so it's possible that they, every bar a lot of bars you've been to in Sean, they do actually have like rooms to rent if you are looking for a place to stay. But maybe you can find a nice, nice dry clean hotel.
So Minotaur is basically a bull humanoid, right? Like a massive bull humanoid.
Oh, would it be a
cow?
Is it a cow? And does that mean that it's instead of boob plate, it's just got like 6 like
udder plates? You know what? That's enough of a break. Let's just play the game because I don't want that.
And so you guys are heading off to the house service, the house service sending point. Those who don't know, a house service is a dragon-marked house populated by gnomes, and their specialty is sending out magical communications, essentially. In that, theirs is the mark of scribing. They are basically their powers relate to the written word, and communication. They're the ones who you go to if you want to pen a letter and send it through traditional mail. If you're willing to spend an extra amount, they will you could spend magic to do sending over long distances. They are the ones who are able to do it. It is through the power of their dragon mark. But yeah, as you go around to this place, it's fairly small. You recognize the symbol of house service. It's quite clearly there as you go. As you head to house, as you go to check it out, you think, oh man, this is quite small, and then you realize part of it's on a hill, and you see this little thatched roof, this little house. There's a little silvery rod outside that with a couple runes on side of it that to an outside of to someone from our world looks like an antenna. To you guys, it just looks like a wand set up with like different strange wands. And you see this glowing magical energy coming out of it. But otherwise, it's very small. This building's about 4 foot high as it goes in, and as you see this wooden ramshackle building, you see these steps as you go up. There's these little steps that they go down. You go down these set of steps, and then it opens up. Realize this place is actually the top is wooden, but it's built into this kind of hill. And the surrounding area is not great. You see there's some tossed over. You notice that there's a squad. There's a squad of orcs moving up and down house draft, which is just they're in some kind of they're walking around the place, right. And you realize these are guards. They look at you for a minute and they stop you. But you also see there's occasionally there's a couple of there's this place doesn't look great, and there's you see some litter has been thrown here. It's been this. It's kind of secluded area. And as you're going, one of these orcs from House Drask, they come in and they stop what's your business here at House? What's your business here?
come to send a sending.
I'm gonna send a message to someone.
All right. I don't expect any. Yeah, he gives you a glare, and he gives and he also gives like Peter a glare, and then he like looks at Medu and says like, "All right, I don't expect any. I don't want any trouble from anyone." And then he's like, he steps
Does he
aside.
point at the two of us when he says anyone?
No, he didn't point. I'm like pointing for the thing, but it's like he's like looking you guys up and down. He sees like Medu, and he just like I saying like you guys can go. He says like, you know, be careful. I said like to Medu like, be careful around this town. Yeah, be careful around town. It's not as civilized as they make it out to be.
You could never tell.
Thanks for the warning. Can you get in?
You guys head up. You guys go up to this little place. You go down these little steps. As you come up to this like large door that's built. You come up to the large door, and it's like as you door this place only like 4 foot high. You come to the door, and it's like a good 5.5 feet, like bigger, but it's like some of you are gonna have to like bend down to enter. And this guy got like the symbol like House Civis, and then it's like written down symbol, and there's like House Civis in common, and then House Civis in Goblin, also written down. This like language you don't quite know, you've seen around, and there's like a string that like goes up to a bell, and like a string goes all the way to the ground. And you also like 3 bells of like different heights. One way up high, about 6 foot. Another one that's like 4 foot. Another one that's about 2 foot.
Like this place, they've done the accessibility here nicely.
I suppose they got all types here.
Yep. Catering to everyone.
Do we just ring a bell?
Yeah, I'm gonna ring the big bell.
You ring the ding, and then just like it's like a scattering of movement. It's like here, and they say like yep, and then just like the sound like something being pushed, dragged against the floor, clattering of feet, and there's a little. The top of the place just like moves, and like an eye hole appears, and you see like this little gnome's little eyes come out, like at the 6 foot, and he's just like saying like, we don't. Yes, can we have? Oh, you're not a. Oh, you're not an ogre. Or you're a very attractive ogre. Hard to tell. We're in the. We've got like we've got 5 minutes of a dingledram left, so we are closed until we're done with that.
All right, I'll be waiting here 5 minutes later. Enjoy.
Yeah, dingledram is like. I mean, it's not unless.
Merry Dringledam to you.
4.5 minutes.
He like looks around and says like, "Is that all of you?"
Just
3
4
of us.
4.
4 of us with no.
Oh, and Nogu. He like sees Nogu who's just like there. And, he calls him and says like, and he like says in the language you guys say no, it's like, I said like, everything you hear dingledram and then a bunch of other words. It's like, oh my word, are you? You're gnomish too. Oh, I thought you were just sick. All right, well, come on in. I can't turn away a dingledram me and his friends. And there's like a shifting sound. Click, 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 click. Doors open, and you see this gnome, and also the stepladder he was using to reach up to the 6th floor. I'm like, come in, enjoy dingledram. It's going to be a great 5 minutes. Do you guys like sweet cakes?
Love them.
Love sweet.
Never had them.
Have you had sweet oil?
Oh, that exists.
Mm-hmm.
Can you taste?
Yeah. Well, it's useless for most machines, but for some reason it really gives a whoop kick, and it comes in. The door like shut. He presses a button once you guys are in, and the door like closes automatically. And yeah, you can see there's a bunch of these like gnomes. There's about 3 other gnomes in here. They're all like wearing garlands. They're all like drinking a variety of cups. They're like singing different songs. They've got this like plates of like cake, like little Krispy Kreme kind of Krispy Kremes, like square donuts. They've also got like a little bit of cake. They see some like fizzy drinks are there, and they say like, "Let's get some sweet cakes for these guys." And he's like passing it off, and he sees like, like, yeah, and like Nogu's like, "Yay! Oh, I haven't had dingledram in years." And he's like coming in. He's and like they're passing these sweet cakes stuff to you, and he's like, "All right, where do you want the sweet? Where do you want the oil?" And like they get out what looks like a hose.
Oh boy.
I will open my mouth and be like,
Ah,
In the
adventurous.
toaster.
They literally like climb up your chassis and they just put it in and they say like chug chug, and like it just it's
oh gosh,
Is it like a
powerful.
beer barrel, but like sweet oil barrel?
oh gosh. I'm gonna go
I know
ahead.
it.
I guess I'll go ahead and do a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, for the first time in your life, do a Constitution saving throw. Well, for poison, you know.
Okay, that's 16 plus something.
Sorry, did you say for poison?
Yeah,
19.
he's gonna get drunk or not.
Yeah, alcohol's a poison.
Oh.
19.
So 19,
Yeah.
it feels like your limbs are gonna fall off in a good way. You feel your body's like filled with so much energy.
You suddenly
And it's just like-
discover, you've seen Pewter kind of move very mechanically, right? Like he always kind of has very calculated movements. Suddenly, his body's doing like the Mexican wave, and it's just loosey-goosey, and he's like, this is nice.
Is he doing the robot dance?
He has a drunk accent.
Oh no.
I have
That's a new
discovered a
feature.
tritone.
New feature unlocked. Look at that. He's getting all his features back already.
I look a
Ooh.
bit concerned and I'm like, sorry, what's it? What did you just pour down his throat?
Sweet oil. It's oil with sugar in it, which is not good for machines, but on Warforged, it gives them a kick. Right? Look at him. Have you ever seen him be so flexible? His head's literally spinning a little bit. He's doing the Zalaga wave. Do the wave.
Yeah. Hey, Talvar,
You're
maybe
gonna
you.
tangle all the
no,
balls in your head.
I'm going to keep Talvar away. Talvar, maybe you and your fiery head should stay a little away from a machine that has just had oil and sugar poured down it.
Fair enough. I work with machines all the time. I work it just gonna be fine. Just do you know how long I spent entangling his goddamn wires the last time he got in a fight? Far too long.
Yes. Look,
Now he's twisting his head like it's just it's fine. He's having a good time. That's all that matters, right? Will he be fine?
let him loosen his bolts once in a while.
And for a second, you see, as he's moving, he starts like doing his martial styles. It's like, ooh, I could incorporate this into how I fight. I see things differently
No.
now, and it's just
Oh
like
no.
dodging and weaving.
Level
Oh
3.
no.
Oh my god. If Pewter becomes a drunken master, I will.
This has become
And-
peak choice suddenly. So
Oh
far,
my-
Pewter was considering two options, right? Pewter was like, should I go down the path of mercy where I wait to be attacked before I attack? Or should I be more ruthless and just finish off anything that started because the objective needs to take precedence? And now it's like, or I could just be drunk all the time.
Party, yeah.
Party Pewter.
Yeah.
There's
You
an
see one of the
acronym.
gnomes
So-
who looks like an older gnome who's got the hair in a white ponytail comes over and says like, "It's dinner day. You have to eat sweet cakes until you're stuffed, or we're very offended."
I'm not offending any more people and their customs. And this did not end well for people that we knew. So, well, just take a donut and have.
It's crunchy and very sweet.
Oh,
just
like
that passing
hurt
it.
your teeth kind of sweet?
No,
Or good?
like cake sweet.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a rice? It's a rice crispy.
Oh,
With
yeah.
like the outer layer is like a rice crispy, and the
Marshmallow.
inside like a fluffy cake.
Ooh, yum. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, and they're like passing, and it's good stuff, and they're just like going, and they just want you to have fun. Join, they're like passing you thing. You notice there's no alcohol being served. It's all like fizzy and sugary drinks that have been served, and you're wondering why. And after 5 minutes, you're like steam flies like, all right, dwindle days over, everyone. Time to get back to work.
Chirag forgot what he called it.
Hey, the DM has his moments. Cut him some slack.
What do you? They look at you and they say like, I'm sorry. Do you know about our religious ceremony? Are you saying that we gnomes made this up to get out of work?
No,
Is
no.
that what you're trying to say?
No, absolutely not. In fact, I am a believer. I will celebrate every single dram, as you called it originally,
How
or
many gods
single
are you
day.
trying to? How many gods are you trying to placate right now, Talvar?
This
You
is
know
not a
what?
religious thing. This is a cultural thing.
Oh, okay.
The gnomes don't have like the races don't have gods associated with them. Well, the gnomes don't, but it's like there is like a yeah. This is like a cultural thing.
All
Okay,
right.
great.
Like, I
Yeah.
meant no offense. I was only jesting. It's all the sweet cake that I just consumed that's making my mind a bit fuzzy.
Trying to get back to work. They stuffed
Great.
the last bit of the cake in there, and like they pull a switch, and the table which had the drinks on like flips over, and underneath it just like pops out all these machinery works, and like you can't see where the rest of it went. Like it's just like, hidden into this lower level.
Do we hear
I
any
just, like-
crashing sounds?
No,
Ah.
and it like pops out. You see like this like little extendable machine that pops out. Looks like a like the lower half of a phone. Just like see a large horn that's there. You see like this strange little globe that seems to like spin around a bit, like half globe that seems to be built into the table, like glimmering and shining. And like maps start popping down off the thing, just like pointing off different locations, going off with different signs. And out of the wall they pull open and just like this bit, just like full, there's a filing cabinet filled with paper. They like, and they turn to you and they say like, "All right," and like one of them pops up onto a chair. A desk appears in front of them, just like clips up, puts in front of them. It's like, "So, how can we help you?" And their chair literally starts to move as you realize, oh, this is a construct with moving legs, and they like move around
Amazing.
and they adjust so they are on eye level with you. So,
I am blue.
welcome.
Are we alike?
That's a good question. That is a good question, and that is something we like to discuss on the philosophical holiday of Grindelwald, which is going to be in 17 hours. Until then, now's the time for work.
I see.
We were hoping to send a message to
Yes.
someone.
I see. All right. Are you going for first class? Are you looking for postage? Are you going for economy class? First class postage?
The
How
one
fast
where
do
you
wanna
just
get it
like
to?
mentally.
Oh, magical sending. Oh, you're a big spender now. I appreciate that.
Sorry, how much does that
we
cost?
sending spell? That depends. Are you sending it to someone in this dimension?
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Then yeah, it is assuming depending on your exact location, and if it's on someone on this continent, it will be depending on the exact location, should be minimum 100 gold pieces.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
We can afford that, right?
Can we?
I mean, did we get like
Then
1,000 gold from?
you guys haven't got you guys haven't got
We
paid
have
from the
no-
Kyber shards
I
yet.
have 13 gold on me. I'm gonna look at my friends, and then I look
You
back.
have gold. I'm not carrying any gold apparently.
What about our winnings from the race?
Yeah, it's in the bank. We haven't got
Right.
access to a bank.
See, this is why we should never keep things in banks or invest them. It's all nonsense. You should keep hard cash on you all the time.
But hold on, what day is it?
It's,
I mean, how many days has it been since you left Shard?
No, today. What day is it? I look around at my friends and like,
It's
isn't it? It's this. Guys, how did we forget? In exactly 7 minutes, I look at a clock nearby. It's going to be the festival of Shushram, which is obviously the festival where, you do one kind deed for a person you've just met. Oh my god!
Give me either deception or persuasion check. Your call.
What is this?
Natural 20!
Oh my god! What?
Ah! It was on a 2 and then like tick, 20.
Oh wow, you are kidding.
Oh, I would tilt my camera down, but that would be messy. But
And they say the Dark Six doesn't love you. All right. They like look at you and they say,
Shishram, you must have heard of it. It is a
They
nomad.
look at, they motion to one another and say like, note down Shishram in the calendar. And they say, yeah, like, right, 7 days, yeah, 7 minutes, yeah, excellent. That sounds like a good thing to do. And we should definitely do that. Once Shishram happens, exactly, we should do one good thing for you. And you know what? I think a good thing to have would be, we should do a good thing. You know what? Oh, I think that's a good idea. What is this sending spell that you want to do? Like, where do you want to send it to?
Inside check. Is this person fucking with us? Or have they bought it?
We have been
Yeah, go for it. An inside check.
I'm confused, so I'm going to do insight on Talvar and this person because I don't know who's lying.
15 plus. 15 plus 5. 20. Dirty.
14 for
He
me.
knows you're lying. He doesn't care. He sees an opportunity and he's going to grab it. And he also thinks you're hilarious. What did you get, Peter?
14.
You do not know how you could have missed that it is this holiday, and you're surprised that Talwan knew about this. But you've never heard her celebrate it before, but you've only known her for like what, a year or two?
Yeah. Talvar, I didn't know that this was a festival related to your god.
There's a festival that is not actually tied to religion. It's actually a cultural thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very cultural.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A
You do not
shared
need to
one.
worship any god to celebrate this festival.
But if you do, it doesn't disqualify you. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Antonio? And you see this guy who's got like this little rosary, but it's like the shape of a flame, like a silver flame. And he's like, you protect us. But yeah, I'm all up for a holiday.
Would that mean that today's kind deed is I get more free sweet oil?
No.
That could be yours.
The kind deed is not that you get more free oil. In fact, here's the kindness we would appreciate from you. A sending spell.
So we have two options here. We can either give you a free sending spell, depending on where it is, or the equivalent value in sweet oil.
A sending spell. Nope.
Sweet
He
oil.
wants sending spell, please. We'll take the sending spell.
Yeah, we'll do this by democratic vote. Who's for the sending spell?
That's
I
too
Nogu doesn't know
like
vote.
the sweet oil. Nogu, what would you prefer? Sweet oil or
I look at Nogu with
I
in my eyes.
I look at Nogu with all the intent.
You don't
Both
have
of you,
intent
give
in
me
your eyes,
intimidation
only black
checks.
chrome.
Both of you, give me intimidation checks.
Technically, there's only one person intimidating him for sweet oil
I
and
got
2
17.
intimidated.
Okay.
No.
Indrani, you roll with advantage because apparently you're getting help from
Yeah, I'm helping.
from Medu. That
Oh,
was getting help from Medu.
I rolled a 15 and a 19.
Oof.
Yeah.
He's like,
The
Oh,
fire
okay.
in my hair flares. And instead of just sparks, it's like actual flame now.
I don't think having sweet oil is a good idea with all that fire around. I'm scared. Can I have another?
Nogu's
Can I
right.
have
Come
another
on,
cake?
buddy.
And he says like, sure, in 7 minutes. Okay. Yeah, pats him on the head. All right. Tell me about where you want the sending spell sent to. And
I
then he
don't
pulls out a
know.
piece of paper, and it's just like he looks like he's ready to transcribe.
Oh, the spell or the person that we want to send it to?
I need both the person you want to send it to. Well, that's the thing. The way sending spell is different. As you know, the sending spell is done usually with someone I'm aware of. In that regard, you got to provide me as much information as possible. Otherwise, if you want me to send someone who isn't someone I know, however, we can communicate with other House Civis branches. If you know exactly which city you want to send it to, we can probably send it to someone there, and they can transfer the message, physically or they verbatim. Depends, but it sounds like you have someone directly you want to contact.
This would be directly. I don't think they're affiliated with the house. Also, they're probably close to this place, not super far. At least they will be in drone somewhere.
All right. So you got to provide me as much information as you can in that case.
All right, I will try my best. There's a three queen by the name of Bill. Bill? Bill.
Mhm.
Yeah. I will attempt to describe a three queen as best as I can.
Excellent. All right. In that case, what's a good skill do you think would be for describing somebody? You can choose.
History.
Performance.
Perception.
Oh wow!
Maybe we can decide which skill she
all
wants to
my
use.
strengths. Animal handling. I am joking. I guess either performance or if you think history is good, I'm fine. Or perception if you think that's like we saw and then that's how much we took it.
Go perception.
Alright.
But you can't add your. I don't think your dragon mark bonus will apply here.
No, I'm not planning to. Do I get dragon mark
Go
bonus
for
for
it.
perception? 16.
I don't think so, but some.
total.
All right. He's like doing his best, but it's like okay, and he's like listening. Like, all right, that person, and he's like stopping to think about it, and he says his name Bill, and you can see he's like thinking real hard about this person, because you can see he's trying his best to visualize it, and then he like looks up, yeah. This is like I'll try my best. I'll try my best to send that spell across to them. But yeah, what's the message?
How many words do we
I'm
have?
the one casting the spell, so I need to.
How many words do we have?
Yeah, 25 words. But if you're willing to spend, and that's as a free gift. But if you're willing to actually spend another 100, you can go up to 50, and then in increments of 25. If you go, if you buy three sendings, the fourth one's free.
25 words is enough.
Yeah. Should we just say in the...
Why don't we ask Bill to meet us at the tavern that we're going to stay
Sure.
at?
Sure.
Yes.
And bring the whole party along. Except
Yes.
maybe like
Mama. Yeah.
yeah.
Probably not
Mhm.
Mama.
Yeah, that might be a little difficult. Bring Kosmo and Baby Bullet along. How's that?
Yes. So, meet us at the
Torrance Horn
Torrance Horn Tavern.
in Grey Wall. Where are we?
And bring sweet oil.
No.
That does not go in the message.
What's the name of the city? Grey Wall? Am I wrong?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm confused.
Grey Wall.
Correct. Very well.
Meet us at Torrance Horn Tavern in Grey Wall. Bring Cosmo. Maybe we can get rid of Cosmo. But bring Baby Bullet along.
Bring Kosmo. Medu, you're being very weird. Sorry, could you give us a moment? I don't know. Cosmo is coming with us, whether you like it or not.
What?
Fine. Sure.
So the final message is,
Mhm.
and I point to Medu.
Oh, thanks. Meet us at Torrance Horn Tavern in Grey Wall. Bring Cosmo and Baby Bullet along. Today.
And
Today.
sweet oil.
All right, that's 16. That's 16 words. You've got 9 more left.
How's
That's
it
good. You happy with
going?
All right.
Yeah, Chal.
Does that mean that I can use the rest of the favor to get some sweeter?
Sorry, it's very the rules of our holiday are very specific. It is only one favor on
One
behalf
favor
of the
for
family.
a person.
The
you
rules are
trust,
very
man.
strict about that. It gives Talvar a wink.
I smile back.
No,
That's
so
okay.
that is about So that is a total of all right. So 19 words. You happy with that? I'll send it. I can get ready to send it off.
Please send it off.
And of course, the response is free, but it may take some time for it to get back to you.
Of course.
All right, cool. All right. He like starts counting it down. All right, guys, you got the clock going. The minute the holiday starts, we send a message. And then I'm going to ask my favor. Everyone gets excited. Something.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! And they start singing the holiday, and you can see they like hastily written the name of holiday on the wall.
Hey.
Yeah. And you can see he raises his like his hand, and you can see like the glowing dragon mark appears. Puts it to his head, and with the other one he like touches the pavement. He's like, "Okay, I hope it went to the right direction. Now, time for my favor." And like the desk spins over, and he like hops down and says like, "Can I have a dance?"
Right. Sure, of course you can, and I'll give him my hand.
Even better. And he like hops back onto, and he like pulls you into a dance.
Cool.
Oh,
The other gnomes come along.
this is too pure.
The other gnomes come along. They're also dancing. They're making up a song as they go along. Go with this.
I bang on my chainmail to like make sounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They're like coming along. They're trying to, and they like join you in this like little, and they like pull. They try and pull Medu into like a dance as well.
Oh, I'll join in.
This is, yeah, it's a bit awkward because they just like they are very small, and they like dance with you one, and then they just like they move over. They like circus performers jump on each other's like shoulders and start dancing with you that way. It's not very formal. It's very much like a barnyard dancing. A mix of like a barnyard dance and just like people who think they remember how a Bollywood dance went, and it's kind of like mixed up in that. It's like wedding dancing.
No, I'm not doing it. You know what? I'm not.
Exactly.
I refuse.
Yeah, and everyone's like celebrating. Everyone's having a good time. And then as they're like cheering, as they're like celebrating, a stone like comes through a window and narrowly misses Pewter, and like lands down on the ground in front of them, like in the middle of this like floor, and like the music like like they get scared, like the music they turn off.
Yeah.
You see like there's a rock down on the ground with like a paper wrapped around it with like twine.
Pick it up to see what it says.
Something written in Goblin, and then in terrible handwriting it says, "Give home."
Give home?
Give
The one you were
home.
dancing with looks at it and it says, "Go home."
Oh,
All right, the handwriting shit.
Is it asking you to go home or us to go home?
Is your shift over?
No, it's fine. It's don't worry. Once those bastards find whoever threw it, I'm sure they're giving them a spanking. And everyone like immediately they look less keen to dance. Like the mood kind of goes down. It's fine,
Thankfully, the festival only lasts 5 minutes, so short window.
Yeah.
We celebrated to its fullest extent. So
they like on the counter they had it down to 20 and they adjusted back to 5. They say, "Yep, as it's thing." Yeah, no, it's it's monsters weren't exactly treated well the rest of the world, and so rest of the country. So makes sense. Takes time for them to accommodate to us, but it's still a little irritating when they throw rocks into our windows to tell us to go home. And then like even when we're like invited to be here, offering a service, and then like fucking goblins think they could do my job, and they just like they're looking angry, and it's like I'm gonna, and he like pulls out a little spear, like I'm gonna get him. Like, okay, calm down. You haven't used that spear for anything except picking your toenails in years. All right, calm your shit.
I'm gonna peer through the window and see if I can spot any goblins.
Perception check.
there'll be some kid goblins just
That's
thinking their hot shit.
it's not very high. It's 9 plus something. 9 plus 2.
Your
11.
perception's low. You got 11. You hear the sound of like a metal shape, which you are pretty sure it's probably the sound of like one of the guards chasing after somebody, but from your angle you can't see who threw it at or who might be around.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Does this happen often, or is it like a one-off thing?
Ah, we have holidays more often than this happens.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Christmas
that's a
not.
lot of holidays.
Yes.
It's too bad you already asked for your favor. Otherwise, you could have asked for us to help you stop this problem. Unfortunately, you've
Oh
already
yeah.
asked for this favor. So
Ah, dang! I spent it on the dance. That's a shame.
it's a good
I mean,
dance.
but
The
could you?
holiday comes around every week.
I don't. Are you genuinely think you could stop this?
Don't
What,
know.
what would it
You could.
require?
Someone's been they look at each other. They're like, there's a theory that someone's kind of encouraging them to mess with us, intimidate us, and even we didn't think it was much, except when we found out that someone was messing with our magic, our magic, our magic receivers. We sometimes the spell goes a bit awry. Someone magical's messing with us, and is like, we got a message. We kind of intercepted a message going through. They like look at each other. Hey, are you really want to tell him? I danced with him. You know how important that is, and that a very important holiday.
This is true.
He motions a hand for you to say the name of the holiday.
It was me.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, the holiday of the tap dancing. It's one word.
Which is called
Tap
the one we
dancing.
just did.
Oh, the one. Shisham.
Sure.
Shisham.
Shazam.
It's the
Future comes into
accent.
no, he doesn't. Yeah.
I glanced at the board where they wrote down the name. Shisham. That one.
I will look at Nogu and be like, Nogu, how long do we
Mhm.
have before we need to reach our next destination? Can you tell?
I mean, it's a case of like, the sooner the better. But it was like I detected what was our last thing in you know where. He realized people are listening.
Sure.
I got it like I got like a month's notice as I was like running and trying to get here. But so I don't know if it's also going to be a month. Might be less. I really don't know.
I see. And
I
how long, Medu, how long do you think it will take before our companions get here? Because they need to catch up to us, don't they?
We don't know where they are. Could be anywhere.
But if they have a big bullet as well as the baby bullet that's in the message, they could get here pretty quickly.
There's no big.
Yeah, but hopefully they'll get here today. If there's something we can do in the interim.
Yeah. If you want to help, they look at each other and say like, yeah, we think
I glance around. Are we doing this out of the goodness of our
Oh no, I
hearts?
was
Is that
hoping
a-
for some sweetheart.
or some coin? That would be great. As you can tell, we're running a bit low.
we can. I said like, coin's hard to. I think we can come to some kind of agreement, like some kind of deal.
Maybe
Of an exchange.
maybe.
If you can figure out who's stopped. Yeah, you can figure out who's doing this, like who's like sending messages. We think someone's trying to steal our equipment and take over this place, and they're going to get more violent. If you can find out who's doing this, we can reward you. And if you stop it, well, we'd be quite grateful. And like he like reaches down, opens up chest, and he pulls out an impressive looking magical stone, and he's like saying like, we usually sell these for like a high price, but ascending stone's always quite useful. He puts it back in the box, closes it. So, what's another good favor between friends? We can find out more next week.
Hey!
Ooh.
This is what girlfriend reviews calls. Hold up a minute. That's what happened here. Just side quest after side quest. I love it.
Let's just keep doing side quests. So that
You know,
Oh,
knowing
that's-
Chirag, everything leads back. Like everything is tight.
This better lead to
Sneaky.
some sweet talk, is all I'm saying.
Oh
it's
my
all
god! Please don't be
connected.
a drunken Please be a drunken master. That'll be fucking hilarious.
It would be amazing. This would be the funniest thing ever.
Drunken
Drunken
Warforged.
Warforged.
Yep.
Oh my god. All right. Thank you so much, everybody who hung out with us tonight. Thank you for watching. If you had fun, consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Is there
If you
anything
didn't have
else?
fun, that's also okay.
Don't tell us
Well,
about
that-
it. Spare our feelings, just
Don't spare my feelings. Be honest with me. Tell me in the comments how I could do better, how I did badly, how I should have killed someone else. I understand. I will take all criticism.
oh my
I will
god.
I will get them all. Everyone
Come
will
to
dance
stream.
or die.
Can't wait.
We love
Next
you
one
guys.
he's going to kill his Cosmo. I can
See you
tell.
next week. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.